and I wanted to be able to have the say in what I did. So I think I got the drive to have my own thing and know that it was good to be able to do that and know the freedom you could have. I had no idea about how hard it was or anything, but I was like, that's a cool goal.
That's my story too, which is I had a goal, but I didn't know how to get there. And while that's great, and I think at the very beginning of your life and when you're first starting to learn things, you kind of have to at least stretch the muscle and learn how to say yes to a bunch of different things, learn the resilience, and then also learn what you like, learn what you don't like, learn what you're good at, learn what you're not good at, learn what you're good at learning, those types of things. And eventually, the rubber meets the road, and you have to plan it out a little bit about where your life is going. And I think that's where what we try to do with this podcast is have other people learn from our mistakes. Personally, I'm speaking for myself now. If I had a little bit more direction, I was a hard worker. I always was. I was a dishwasher. I always wanted to work the max amount of hours. I always wanted to work overtime, those types of things. But I was just working hard on the wrong things. And I don't want to speak for you, but I'm starting to think that that's very similar. When you finally got into the National Guard, what did you end up doing?
I was a medic.
I know that before offline, we've talked about you were in and out of school. One of the things, this is in my own life, that I remember very, very vividly, and I've told this story in this podcast before, but I'll tell it again. Around the kitchen table, my dad and my stepmom, we were teenagers. They would always say, all we need is a big idea. And then whatever that big idea, whether it's a product, whether it's a service, in their mind, it was a product. You come up with a big idea, we get that thing manufactured, and then we sell it, and then we're rich. And thinking about that now, I realized that that was totally wrong. And what I mean by that is that it's not the idea that's valuable. You need to go after a big enough market, that's for sure. But it's really all in the execution. And here you are without any idea, but you just go on and look at the most generic things possible because you're just Googling it. But it didn't matter if the idea was bad, it was in your execution of it. You went in and you executed and you just didn't give up. I think where I would want to key in on the story is one, like I said, just doing things and not getting caught up on the ideas. Whatever it is, if you want to sell lemonade online or whatever, just figure out how to do it.